What's going on, everybody? Let's get it up with an update on my reef tank. Well, here's what the tank is looking like. As if you guys remember in my last video, I had the ugly stage was starting to come in, and as you look at it now, there's hardly any algae in my reef tank. Well, soon to be reef tank. But what I did to battle this algae, and all I did was use a toothbrush and just brushed off the loose algae that was on these rocks. And then the thing that helped a lot, well, helped tremendously, was turning off the radion lighting for several weeks. No light. So, you know, the algae was just dying off on these rocks. And to help, and there's still just a little bit of algae left. So what I went and got is 6 of these, I think they're Astrea snails, if I'm not mistaken. But one thing, what I like to do when I buy snails, especially when they're in the bag, when I bring them home, is I look closely on the shells of the snails. Why I do that is just, you know, if I see any Aiptasia can just be attached on these snails, and that's how you bring Aiptasia into the reef, into your reef tank. So yeah, you can bring Aiptasia from corals, snails. You know, you just gotta be careful when you're buying stuff. Just be cautious, look closely at everything. That's one thing I hate, is just Aiptasia in your tank and it takes over, and you know, it's just chaos at the time. And I will show you guys a video on my 150 gallon reef tank about this. So I will bring that video into this video. So because I got a call from my parents about, you know, before the Aiptasia problems, and how and what I told them to do to battle it, and it seems to be working. So what else I did with this tank is I put the black sponges on the MP40s, and reason being is in my 150 gallon reef tank I had a firefish that actually, you know, I was cleaning the glass and he got spooked and ran right into my MP40 and died instantly. So especially with this size tank, fish will become scared, you know, skittish in a smaller system. So I'm not risking any fish dying. So I put these sponges on my MP40s as just protection on my fish and any other living things that may get inside my pumps. But yeah, everything's looking good. I may set up a quarantine system, and I will do videos how to set up a quarantine tank when I bring my fish in, and yeah, as of right now, yeah, I got these 6 snails just to finish off these algae. You know, I like to start off at least 5 or 6 snails to see how they do. And especially I don't have a lot of algae anymore, so 6 is fine for right now. But if it start picking up big time of algae, start off with 6, see how they do. Especially the reason I did not buy the turbos. The turbos are the big snails, the what you call it, aka bulldozer snails. They will bulldoze some of your corals if they're not attached to the rocks. I mean, they do a wonderful job, but especially in this small tank, I want to have smaller snails, and I do not want to look at a huge snail in my reef tank. And yeah, as you can see, look at these MP40s. They're on the lowest percent too, so I just had to I had to, you know, smooth everything, smooth the sand back out and everything. And yeah, guys, I can't wait to get these things started. Get this tank rolling as soon as I, you know, get my first corals, and my fish in the system. Everything's gonna turn alive, and that's what I like. That's what I like. So I'm gonna get these snails in for you guys, and I'll be right back. And there are the snails. They already going right onto the glass, and the two snails are down here trying to get situated. But I got some life in the tank so far, so we'll see how these snails do. I will, after this video, I will continue to run the lights off until algae is completely gone. I have this, you know, snails doing work, so I don't have to scrub as much as I used to. And with the lights off, it just tremendously cut back on the algae. So it really solved the ugly stage problems. And yeah, so now I'm going to show you guys my 150 gallon reef tank update on that tank. So, but you know, the only problems I have with getting these snails for my tank is my fish selection. I actually want a couple wrasses, because with my rock work, of course I can't get a big fish or anything, but I would want, you see how the, you know, in and out caves, wrasses, it would be an enjoyment to watch wrasses just swim through all these caves, and you know how fast wrasses are. But I'm not getting like the big wrasses or anything, because like it's a lagoon tank. I can't do that, so I would have to buy the smaller. I like my yellow wrasse, some other wrasses that I can get in this tank, but I'm just scared they may chew these guys up. But you know, I'll see. I like, you know, with these snails, you gotta feed your fish real heavy, real good, make sure they're eating great and everything. So yeah, so let me show you guys my 150 gallon reef tank. So this is a video that my dad has sent me over maybe 3 days ago, and I'm just now editing this video out for you guys and giving you guys my 150 gallon update. And this tank they told me it was ran heavy with Aiptasia just taking over, as you can see right on the top rocks. And it not only it was on the top rocks, it was on everywhere. So okay, I was like, okay, you know, I know you guys saw the copper band in the beginning of the video. I was like, all right, okay, I'm a risk my corals, and I told them to get a copper band butterfly to see if it was help. And the copper bands, you can see right there on the side, it was doing a great job picking now on the rocks, and the fish actually eating frozen food as now. It was very skittish, and then everything is doing great. But it's working. The copper band's doing the job. And then I told them to get the Aiptasia eating nudibranch. Now this was the game changer. These little nudibranch, just it wiped out like maybe 50% of all the Aiptasia in the tank, and or not even that, maybe it gets 70% of the Aiptasia is gone in the reef tank. And they, because they told me, they said, I saw the video of all the Aiptasia, and then when they went ahead and got the nudibranch, the Aiptasia eating nudibranch, it just game changed. And I bought 6 for my 150 gallon tank, and it did the work. So with the copper band and the nudibranch, everything is slow. All the Aiptasia is slowly dying in the reef tank. And I did, as you can see, there's still quite a bit, but those nudibranches, they doing the job. in my reef tank. So, but and then would like to point out some of my corals are some of my corals had bleach due to an alg spike, and this is just a learning experience to my dad because I already had an alg spike situation in my tank. So I told him what to do, to get everything under control, and everything's working. And the reef tank, as of now, as you see in the video, the corals are happy now. And yeah, the coral's been happy. It's just that little alg spike was a big problem in the reef tank. But yeah, the reef tank is really doing good, and as you can see, still Aiptasia in the tank, but we're getting Aiptasia taken care of. And I'm happy to see the fish. My fish is very healthy. You can see them swimming on the side. I didn't lose any fish, and I just can't wait to be back home to check out my reef tank, guys. I see you guys for another update.